You could have the most brilliant online course in the world, but if your slides look messy or overwhelming, your students will tune out before they ever experience your expertise. And when students disengage, they stop learning. That's why today I'm going to show you how to transform basic slides into professional, on-brand course materials that keep your students focused, engaged, and excited to learn. In this video, I'll share simple design principles that make your slides easier to learn from, customization techniques that save you hours of design time, how to create a consistent branded learning environment, and the exact tools and templates you can use to boost engagement. By the end, you'll know how to create slides that not only look amazing, but also help your students succeed. First, let's dive into some design fundamentals. The foundation of great course slides comes down to these three key principles. Number one is consistency is crucial. Let me show you how using consistent colors, fonts, and layout creates a professional learning experience. You'll notice how these templates maintain the same warm, earthy palette and typography across different slide types. This creates cohesiveness, makes you look like an expert, and keeps your students from getting distracted by mismatched visuals. The second design fundamental is negative space is your friend. Many creators make the mistake of cramming too much onto one slide. You'll see how instead these templates use generous spacing to make content digestible and elegant. Only share small, easy to consume bits of information, and if you need to add more text, then instead break it up into more slides rather than having it all on one. A long, overwhelming visual will leave your students bored and disengaged. And the last fundamental is visual hierarchy guides understanding. Your students need to know what to focus on. You'll see how these templates use size, color, and position to direct attention to what matters most. You want your titles of your modules to be in larger, bold, or italicized, and different colored fonts to stand out as the most important. Your subheadings will be the next biggest, and the rest of the body information will be the smallest. If you have an important teaching point, you can even highlight it by putting it in its own box like this, or you can put it in large size fonts on its own slide to really allow your students the time to digest it. Now let's transform these templates into something uniquely yours. I'm using the premium template collection from Hotstock, which is going to give us a beautiful foundation to work with. First, let's customize the color scheme to match my brand. See how changing these warm oranges and blues to my brand colors instantly transforms the entire feel of the presentation. Next, let's look at fonts. These templates use a perfect balance of serif and sans serif fonts, so I'll swap them with my brand fonts while preserving the design. You want to replace the template's fonts with your own while keeping your visual hierarchy in mind. So keep headings to your brand heading fonts and then the copy to your body copy font. You can even save these settings as a custom theme so you can apply them with just one click to future presentations. When it comes to the visual enhancement of your presentation, great course slides balance text with visuals. When it comes to laying out your design, you want to select stock photos that enhance rather than distract. So stick to imagery that is relevant to your specific topics or the overall vibe of your presentation in a way that feels elevated and elegant by maintaining a cohesive look. You want to maintain the clean aesthetic when adding your images. You can crop busier images to focus in on one or two elements in the image to create that cleaner look. You can also use the photo placement strategically to create visual interest. So having the images, for example, laid out like this naturally guides your eye down to the title of your slide. You'll also see how these templates use images as both backgrounds and foreground elements. All of the images are designed so you can simply drag and drop your own images into the placeholders. Just keep in mind that you want your background images to be more simple and feature more white space than images off to the side. If your background image is still distracting from your text, then feel free to turn down the opacity even more to highlight your text more. You can create simple diagrams that explain complex concepts. This takes complex learning points and transforms them into easy to understand bites in a visual way. And then lastly, you can use icons consistently to create visual patterns that your students will recognize. For example, this template uses a lot of charts, timelines, and lists for really important points. If you're wondering how to select the right slide types for your course, no worries, we're going to explore the essential slide types every course needs and when to use each one. First up is your title and introduction slides. These are going to make your first impression, so you'll want to use these to establish your course identity and set expectations. These templates are really great because they actually offer you a few different types of layouts that you can choose for your course. This is usually where you have the title of your course and then introduce yourself as an educator or introduce the course itself. Next, you'll have your benefit and overview slides. So these are going to answer the crucial "what's in it for me" question. You can customize these to highlight your unique value proposition and your course structure. Then there's your journey map slides. These describe concrete results and transformations they can expect from your course and help students track their progress. Your module introduction slides should maintain consistency, while each may have a distinct layout to keep things interesting, or you can choose to pick one of your favorite designs and then stick to it throughout the course when introducing a new module. Then you have your content delivery slides. These are the body of your course where you deliver your core teaching. You can copy and paste your content here and adapt the layouts for different types of information without overwhelming your students. The key is going to be to keep in mind those design fundamentals we talked about earlier, especially negative space and visual hierarchy. You can copy and add as many slides as needed for this part of your course deck. This really comes down to how many concepts you're teaching and how you want to break them down. Your quote and emphasis slides should highlight key takeaways or powerful quotes. These create breathing room and emphasize important points. The framework and process slides are perfect for explaining methodologies or step-by-step processes. Just pop in the title of the step with a brief description. Your case study and success story slides will build credibility and show real-world application. You can customize these to feature your clients or students and the transformations that you were able to provide them with. Your pricing and investment slides are really great if you have any upsells, add-ons, or additional coaching, or if you're using the slides to create a webinar or pitch. These slides will help you lay out the pricing and bonuses. Just make sure it's relevant to what you've talked about in your slides in one way or another to really build that value connection. And then lastly, you have your call to action and closing slides. You want to end with impact, so use these slides to detail their next steps, share any contact information, and thank them for joining your course. But in order to know which slides to include specifically for your course, I'll walk you through my simple decision framework. Before anything else, you want to consider your learning objectives first. Then you can map out your content into sections and choose the appropriate slide types. Then you want to create rhythm by alternating information-heavy slides with visual slides. And lastly, include signposts throughout to help students navigate and see where they are in the learning journey. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide to creating course slides that do more than look polished. When your slides are clean, consistent, and on brand, they're going to support the way your students learn by making complex ideas easier to understand, holding their attention longer, and they will create a professional, cohesive experience that builds trust in you as an educator. And the best part, you don't need to start from scratch. Inside Hotstock, we've created done-for-you course slide templates and curated stock photos designed specifically to help online educators create a branded professional learning experience that truly engages students. You'll find the link below to grab those templates and start customizing today. If this video helped you, hit subscribe for more tutorials and let me know in the comments, was this tutorial helpful and what should we unpack next?